Prepare for takeoff. You are listening to Red Rocket Radio.
Gobble gobble strappers. Today we got a great show for you. We even got a special guest. His name is Drew Gant, and he's actually got a wonderful turkey story for us. Fits along with the theme nicely here. You want to say hi, Drew?
Hey, guys.
There he is. And to my straight of me, I got this beautiful young man with the sparkling blue eyes named Johnny Shelton.
My eyes aren't blue.
They're like hazel. And then on to my right, we've got the always ravishing Matt.
I feel ravishing, Steve.
You look ravishing too.
Great intro, Steven. It's Thanksgiving, which means there's football on. Multiple games, actually.
Multiple games. 3 games. Hugest slate of the year.
Hugest? It's going to be huge.
It's going to be the hugest slate of the year. 200K to first. Shout out to Fanduel. Yeah, if you're not in it, you're probably a loser. So you want to get in it. And before we go with today's lock, last week's lock didn't do so good. And his name was Lockett. And he did actually really terrible. Can't even pretend like he was going to do good. He just straight up did terrible. So
the issue with Tyler Lockett was he only had like 4 points, right? Does that sound about right?
he had about 20 yards, 3 drops, and
It was the whole Seattle team, though.
I think Baldwin had a touchdown.
Okay, but you can't trust Baldwin.
No, you can't. Yeah.
Jimmy Graham had a touchdown.
Jimmy Graham, did you see him get CTE in that play?
No, did he?
Oh, he got lit up.
I didn't even see it.
Yeah, he got destroyed. It was incredible. Steven, who is your lock for Turkey Day?
My lock for Turkey Day is Dak Prescott. Coming off a 1-point game, a whopping 1-point game from the Eagles. Gonna be about 5% owned, and that is your lottery pick of the week. And he's gonna go off. You can count on that.
They're going against the Eagles, Steve.
No, they just played the Eagles.
Oh, they just play the Eagles?
Yeah.
Okay, that's why he got 1 point.
Absolutely.
The Eagles are
the Eagles are incredible.
Who are they playing this week?
The Chargers.
The Chargers?
Yeah.
Phillip Rivers can't throw.
And Phillip Rivers can't throw.
Well, you have me sold, Steven. Can we start off with a debate? It's like an opening debate.
What are we debating?
Turkey versus ham on Thanksgiving.
Ham, no doubt.
But is it plausible to not have turkey on Thanksgiving?
Yes.
And the debate's over.
No argument. Steve, what's your take on this?
Ham is absolutely the winner, but you need a little bit of both. Try having a Thanksgiving with no turkey. Like, it's not right.
Yeah, it'll always be there,
Yeah.
even if no one's eating it.
Fair enough. Okay. Well, we
So-
all agree, so.
My issue with turkey, let's just hate on turkey for a minute before we lead into why we should all hate turkeys to begin with.
I'm down to rip on turkey.
So turkeys burn down your house if you try to deep fry them, if you try to do it frozen, which favorite videos of the year, the PSAs where it's like, this is what happens when you throw a frozen turkey in the fryer, and then it's like this huge explosion happens, and the cops are like, this could happen in your house, and then people do it every year. I don't know why they make this PSA. I think it's just for entertainment. The cops like, we get to blow up a couple things a year, might as well blow up this turkey. But hams have never blown up a house. Hams have brought the home together.
Hams is a terrible beer, though.
Hams is a terrible so hams have ruined a household, but that's the alcohol, not the delicious salty meat.
We can all agree that turkey is like essential to a nice Thanksgiving meal. I mean, is that a debate?
I think you have to have turkey.
You have to. Like, you kind of have to, even if you have like one slice. I mean,
You eat a handful of turkey and tell me if your mouth still works from how dry it is.
So my favorite thing to do after Thanksgiving is we just throw everything together in like a skillet. You have the stuffing, the gravy, the mashed potatoes, the turkey, the cranberries, and just heat it all together in the stove and just eat it as is.
The cranberries sound like a terrible choice to add in.
You know what I mean? Like, it has to be the shape of the can cranberry sauce. If someone made cranberry sauce, they're a psychopath. Do not trust them. Just buy the can.
Does it taste better?
Yeah, 100%.
Bubba, I've had like a minute to like just kind of think about what you said about turkey, but are you not putting gravy on your turkey?
No.
How is it that dry? I mean, are you not using gravy at all?
No.
Well, that's your first problem.
No.
Have you ever?
No. I've never put gravy on turkey.
I think we should have like a first ever turkey and gravy episode, or like a first ever little segment.
Like a turkey gravy?
Yeah, like we're already doing. We got a little surprise for you later, but I think we should have that for old Bub.
Show you how turkey can be good, but it's not better than ham.
No,
But it can be good.
I'll put gravy on my turkey this year, and we'll see how it goes.
Now, do you just hate the turkey that is the whole bird turkey, or how do you feel about like deli turkey?
Now, deli turkey. Whew. Now we're getting into some good stuff.
Because deli turkey, I would rather have deli turkey than deli ham. But I would rather have whole ham over whole turkey.
Absolutely. That's true.
But what's the difference between whole ham and whole turkey?
He's talking about like in the oven.
In the oven, the whole
shebang.
yeah, like
Oh, okay.
the bone-in ham versus a whole bird of a turkey that you throw crap inside of it.
So like the deli meat's better when it's turkey, right?
Yeah, the deli meat's better when it's a honey roasted turkey. The deli meat, delicious. Ham is only good in like hot form. I have to put that sandwich in a toaster oven.
Ham deli meat is terrible, actually.
What is going on? No, have you ever had like brown sugar?
I'm somewhere between Matt and Bubba on this one.
Crocus ham is good, but it has to be warmed up. I can't go cold cut on ham.
False.
Really?
No, you can't have hot lunch meat. That's not okay.
No, you have to heat up the ham.
No.
No, never.
It's
Ice
called cold
cold.
cuts for a reason.
If I get the cold cut combo at Subway, I get it toasted.
That's messed up.
It's not room temperature.
It's like pineapple on your ham.
No. Well,
What? Yeah, you better rethink that.
okay. So I like when they do the pineapples with the cherry decorativeness around it. Is there a word for that?
Feng shui.
Yeah, the feng
We're
shui.
gonna go with feng shui.
So the feng shui of the ham, when it has the pineapple and the cherries on it, looks awesome. I don't eat it. It's just decoration.
It's just aesthetically pleasing.
Yeah, aesthetically pleasing. I'm like, oh man, they worked really hard on this ham. It's about to be delicious.
You don't even eat them like so you don't like them together, but like one individually. You don't have one after the other. Like,
No, I never. I like if there is that on the ham, I do not eat it. However, I really like that it's there.
Okay, and I see what you mean. I see what you mean there. I have to disagree though. I think it might be better than pineapple and turkey. But have you heard that?
Pineapple and turkey
Yeah,
is a
pineapple
thing?
turkey. Hey, it's not a thing. It's my thing.
Oh,
it's a terrible
okay.
thing.
Then,
Yeah,
there's
don't
a
worry,
reason
yeah.
that's not a thing.
I thought someone out there was making pineapple turkey, and I'm like, that's disgusting.
Come to my house and we will.
No,
We'll
thanks.
eat it all and puke it up.
So now that we've all decided that ham's 30 times better than turkey in the Thanksgiving setting, let's talk about why we should hate turkeys. Now, Drew, you've got an incredible turkey story from, what did you say, a couple months ago?
Yeah,
Was
so
it?
incredible. A nice Saturday in April. Found some giant morel mushrooms in my backyard.
That's a good find.
Started out to be a really good day. My girlfriend, Lexa.
Name drop.
She did not want to be named on this.
So we decided to go for a springtime motorcycle ride and go ride around the lakes and through the country and stop at Taco Bell.
Living the American dream.
Yes, exactly. On the beautiful hog. We're about 2 miles from home after a full day of riding. 2 lakes and like 3 towns we covered. I look into a field on my right, see a big old turkey. At the same time I see this turkey, my girlfriend screamed, "Turkey."
What would you say the weight of this turkey is?
Oh, 30 pounds.
Do we have an average turkey weight in here?
30.
Yeah.
So this turkey is average weight. According to Steve, this turkey is exactly average.
I'll find out the actual weight of an average turkey, but carry on.
Yeah, so the 30-pound turkey, that's the one I see. And then I hear my girlfriend yell, "Turkey," from behind me on the back of the motorcycle. And I look, and there's 3 turkey coming out of the woods into the road in front of me.
So I have a question. Was this a domesticated turkey or an ocellated turkey? I don't think that's the word. Ocellated? Ocellated.
It was a wild turkey.
So it was not a domesticated turkey. Or it was. I don't know what
I
domesticated
don't
means
think
either.
Domesticated means it's like a
Yeah,
pet.
domesticated
like
means
a
it's
farm
a pet.
animal.
It's a pet. Okay, so it's a wild turkey. Wild turkeys only weigh 11 pounds.
No.
This turkey was huge.
The domesticated turkeys are 11 to 24 pounds. So 30-pound turkey, this thing's a monster. So you see this turkey. Lexa yells turkey.
Lexa yells turkey, and as she's yelling turkey, I notice that there are 3 more turkeys. Turkeys? Turkey?
Turkey.
Turkey. Kind of strolling out into the road casually out of these weeds. braking hard. The 2 got scared and flew away because my bike's pretty loud. And the one of them just, like, didn't know what to do and started flapping its wings.
Mhm.
And he kind of flew up, like, right into my face. Like, this turkey wrapped around my head. All I saw was, like, blackness and felt soft feathers.
Huggers
yeah.
gotta hug.
Yeah, it hugged me pretty good.
Did it wrap its like wings around you?
Yeah, like I was engulfed. Eventually, the turkey like somehow made it slid off of me, and I was off of the side of the road trying to slow it down, and something bad happened, and we crashed.
Something bad happened and we crashed.
That's all I know about it. Something bad happened.
Did you?
I was slowing down.
So-
Slowing down, and then I was slamming hard.
Did you get off the road?
Yes. So, hit the ground, roll up onto my feet. Lexa's like slid down the road a ways. I get up and start running towards her, and then she kind of jumps up and she's like, "Oh," and she like looks back at me, and I'm like, "Okay, she's alive."
Was she just jealous because a turkey hugged you?
Probably.
yeah.
Okay.
Jealous
Yeah.
girlfriend.
Yeah. She like
It's all been there, man.
like scraped her head all the way down the road and everything just to like prove to me that like she needs my attention. So I take off running towards her. When she gets up and looks at me and I know she's okay, I go, "Okay, cool." And then I look down and my foot is backwards. My boot is backwards and I was just running on it.
Like Paul George style? Like is your like out of your leg or?
Yeah, like, well, I mean, I think everything was in the skin. It was in the skin. I found out later, but I didn't know at that point. So for some reason I thought it'd be all right to like turn around and run back over to the grass where I was and then lay down and wait for someone to help me. So that's what I did. So basically I have 2 steel plates in my ankle now holding my foot all together because there was nothing left in there. It was all shattered. And I had a broken and separated collarbone and shoulder, kind of like Bubba's injury from the fence.
Yeah.
That's a good callback.
Yeah. It was the exact same thing. It was, if you plan on going turkey hunting on a motorcycle, either get some good insurance or have about 70 or 80 grand because it was really expensive to have steel put in my leg.
But you said that was in April?
Yeah.
Did you keep him? Like, it's
Oh,
free
no,
turkey.
yeah. Like, as I'm laying on the ground, first off, I have a rooster tattooed on my arm.
He
And
saw it. He got pissed. He
Yeah,
said, "Team Turkey,
yeah.
I'm coming for you."
So I'm laying on the ground, and this lady cop, like, comes up to me while I'm laying there and, like, picks up my sleeve a little bit and goes, "Oh, I just had to make sure it wasn't a turkey." And now she, like, thought it was a good time for jokes.
I appreciate she saw a moment and she shot her shot.
Yeah. And then they asked me if it was dead. And I said, "I don't know. I don't see it."
I just don't. The only thing wrong with the story is I don't see why you didn't mount it or eat it.
Mount
Because,
it.
like, it was gone. Like,
Oh, it left.
Yeah, like, I smoked it, and then it was, like, gone.
Wait. So this 30-pound turkey just
No,
got
the one that I hit was probably, like, 340.
340. Okay,
Yeah,
so
like
it's
6'2", 340.
6'2", 340. All right.
You hit the gobbledygooker. Anyone who doesn't know that, look it up.
I have never heard it.
Gobbledygooker.
Gobbledygooker.
It is the worst ever wrestler of all time. It was teased. They had a giant egg. They're
Okay.
like, Thanksgiving Day, it's going to come out. You know, like, we got a special guest. And everyone thought it was going to be like the Ultimate Warrior.
Was it like a huge egg like in the Jimmy Neutron movie?
Yes.
Where they like, no, seriously?
Seriously,
Quit.
a person was inside this egg. And everyone thought it was going to be the Ultimate Warrior coming out.
Okay.
And then the Gobbledygooker came out, and it was a man in a turkey suit.
No
and
way.
It was the most disappointing thing anyone's ever seen.
Did he
And
become
never,
champion or what?
He never came back. They
Oh, he
never
never
brought
came
him back.
back?
One match, never came back.
Did he lose or win?
He got destroyed.
Did the fans like him? Like,
No,
was he just some random jobber or what?
Everyone hated him because everyone thought, like, the way they were teasing it, they thought Ultimate Warrior was coming back,
Okay.
but it was a man dressed as a turkey.
So they did it on purpose. To just kind of like fuck with the fans or what?
I guess they thought it would go over, and it did not work.
So you're telling me it's $70,000 to have your leg made into steel?
Yeah, to become a man of steel, in this case. Yeah.
70,000 a leg.
Yeah, actually, I think it's like titanium, which is
Titanium.
even cooler.
Is it
So if
adamantium?
Magneto's around, he's gonna fuck you up.
Yeah, your leg's fucking gone.
Yeah.
Magneto.
You guys want to feel it?
There's titanium in that leg right there.
Yep. he put a magnet up to it.
No, for real though. If I like tap it on something like hard, like a, I don't know, like a cabinet or something like that,
Steve's
it hurts
bicep.
really bad.
So, I mean, that's a perfect example on why everyone should hate turkeys.
Well, he didn't say he hates turkeys.
Do you get like a sick, like upset, like is it like weirdly satisfying to eat a turkey now? Because you're like, this is even. I'm getting even here, or no? They taste worse.
You know what? I didn't even like think about it this like
now you
Thanksgiving
are.
season until Matt like texted me yesterday. So I guess I'm probably gonna be pretty satisfied on
Yeah,
Thursday.
I would be.
It's kind of like Happy Gilmore, where
But I'm a ham
Chubbs
guy.
gets his hand chopped off by the crocodile,
And they get the crocodile back.
and then they get the crocodile's head.
So for Thanksgiving, we should all just send a turkey to Drew and be like, "This was the one."
Yeah,
And
we'll redeem you.
we'll find a 30-pounder. Be like, "Is this what it looked like?" And he's like, "Same turkey." Man.
Oh, he's 45
Same,
pounds
but
by
different.
now. It was bulk season.
it was bulk season.
That turkey's big.
Do you guys know what the most important part of Thanksgiving is?
I'd like to.
Right around 5 p.m. is when Christmas starts. Everyone can go Black Friday shopping.
I don't really love Black Friday shopping that much, but Matt, you do. So last year I said, if you find a TV, just buy it for me. And you did, and I met you in a parking lot and got it without having to wait in the line or anything. It was pretty nice. You're a good friend.
Stood for buying a smart water on Black Friday.
Wasn't very smart, was it?
No, it was terrible. So I'm in line, just waiting with some buddies. Steve was there. I forgot who else we were with, but people are buying a ton of stuff, and
I also had a smart water, but I didn't almost go to jail for it. So
I'm just in line waiting, and if we're in Target, so this line is just in and out between aisles, and I see a smart water, and I'm parched, so I pick it up, and then like I'm drinking in line, ready, and then I purchase it after like 2 hours in line, and I'm walking out with it. And people are, flying out the doors with TVs, chainsaws, like anything, and they're just flying through the security. And I walk through with this smart water, and this cop grabs me by my shoulder and goes, "Hey, did you pay for that?" And then by this time, I threw the receipt in the trash, and I went, "Yeah, let me go get my receipt." And he's watching me dig through the trash to find a receipt for this smart water that wasn't even on sale for Black Friday. It was still like $2.50 for it, and I paid full price, and I had to find the receipt for
while
a
he
smart
was
water.
looking at him, just digging in that trash, he had one hip on his handcuffs. He was totally ready to just book him right
He was
then and
ready
there.
to arrest me for a smart water. While he has his back turned looking at me, I just see people booking out the door. So I know it's probably suspicious to see a guy wait 3 hours in line with a smart water. So that's probably why, but
Homeboy's got to justify his job, dude.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, he's just trying to do his job. It sounds like you were the real dick in this scenario.
You know what? I was brought to light today.
Where was it at? Do you remember?
Target.
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 Yeah, a little Target. Can we talk about anyone that buys video games other than during Black Friday? You're an idiot.
The only problem is, I do agree, but the only problem is you can never find them. Like last year, I tried to get like all of them in like one stop, like NBA, Madden, and like they had nothing. I'm not kidding. Like nowhere in all of Valparaiso had any of them. It was seriously, it was kind of mind-boggling.
So I go early.
Okay.
And that's when I always pick up those games because they're $30. So it's
Right, that's what I'm
basically-
saying.
It's
They're half
basically
price.
buy one get one free essentially because they're normally $60, and it's the best time to buy it. Like if you buy any other time, you must be really dedicated to the game because it's not worth it.
Because all it is just updated rosters.
Yeah, that's all it is.
Yeah, I'll pay $30 for updated rosters, not 60. You know.
Yeah.
It's funny that you can remember the last time you didn't buy a video game, because I can't remember the last time I did buy a video game.
Oh, I remember that one. Okay.
But Black Friday deals. I was looking up some very good ones today.
What were they?
Um,
Let's hear them.
I found one for Bubba.
Because I can't lie, most of them are unimpressive. Most Black Friday sales I see nowadays are not very impressive. It's not going to get me waiting 3 hours in line.
No.
Why
But
do they all start like a week before now, it seems like?
the deals are starting now, but
Yeah.
they're not as good at they're like get Black Friday deals now, but it's not the same as when it's on Black Friday.
Right.
But like, why can't we have anything good? Like, Black Friday is so awesome, and then now everyone's got to make it like Black Friday, like in July, basically. Like, you're like, oh, Thanksgiving's coming.
I don't know, man. Like I guess they're just trying to make a buck, but yeah, there's Black Friday deals right now. But they're not as good as the Black Friday deals. So how can they call it Black
It's
Friday?
like the
deals?
appetizer.
Appetizer Friday.
We've talked about this. I hate appetizers.
Appetizers are great.
That was That wasn't even on a podcast. That was when we were first
No?
practicing.
Do you like dessert? Like you don't like appetizers? You like
no,
dessert?
I would rather buy 2 entrees rather than get an appetizer or dessert.
You don't like chips and dip, chips and salsa, or
2
anything?
entrees,
Chips and salsa are
Oh
free.
no!
Are free. Chips and salsa are free.
Not everywhere.
depending where you go.
And if
Not
they're,
everywhere.
And if they're not free, I'm not buying them. I refuse to pay for an appetizer anywhere.
Why?
It's such a waste. Like it's like $7-8. You might as well just get like another meal for another couple bucks. Like there's no point. The only time I will get an appetizer is like an Applebee's 2 for $20 deal because it comes with that already. Other than that, not gonna order them.
It's you gotta treat yourself. It complements each other. You know what I'm saying?
No.
If you eat 20 tacos, the diminishing marginal utility is gonna be awful. I'd rather have 3 tacos, mozzarella sticks, and then a cheesecake at the end instead of 20 tacos.
Bubba and I totally did a 2 for 20 once, like 10 years ago. Do you remember that?
We did.
Swipe, swipe, swipe. Type, type, type.
Man, I think your problem is you need to diversify your portfolio. Like you need the 3-course meal. You can't have 2 entrees. You need the mozzarella sticks. You need the margarita grilled chicken, and you need that damn cheesecake at the end.
I refuse. I do not get dessert anywhere. Like if I get dessert, we go to a different restaurant.
Okay, I can buy that. I can buy that though. That's a very respectable option. But the appetizer, we're splitting hairs here.
I can't get the appetizer, man, because it's always like loaded nachos or spinach artichoke dip, and I'm not about that.
What about if you go to like a bar or something and you only get like the appetizer, but that's it, like just nachos? Like, do you ever do that?
I go
Contingency.
I go and get tater tots, which is a side, not an appetizer.
I think you're splitting hairs.
But of like all the appetizers or sides, you get tater tots.
Yeah, tater tots are when I
Like
go
that's
to
your ultimate
when
bar
I go
snack
to a bar.
is tater tots.
Tater tots. They're delicious because they're greasy, they're crispy, potatoey, and you can put mustard and or ketchup on them.
You put mustard? Yeah, wait.
Not
time out.
mustard.
No, mustard all the way. Only mustard.
I'm a mustard guy.
I'm a mustard
Oh,
guy,
yeah.
but I'm not a ketchup guy. But
So you're
I'm not a mustard potato guy, whatever he said. I'm not a mustard tater tot guy.
But I found some Black Friday deals, guys.
Are they good ones?
They're great. I found one for Bubba. It's a gun drill. So it looks like a revolver, and you squeeze the trigger, and it's a drill, which I'll be way more comfortable with you pointing that at me than you pointing your actual gun at us. And this way you can help around the house.
I'm not that handy, which you'll hear a story about that later. But
You're going to tease towards that already?
yeah, just a little appetizer, Drew.
But yeah, so we got that gun-shaped drill. There is a mini ring you can put around your thumbs for thumb wrestling, which I feel like would be great to settle a lot of debates that we have, a lot of arguments. Just thumb wrestle it out. There was also a luchador that is giving a headlock, and it's a bottle opener. So you put the bottle in like the position for the headlock, and you pop its top off.
That's a stocking stuffer.
That's a stocking stuffer and a half.
It's like a little hornswoggle.
Yeah, exactly. And then I found a finger hockey game that came with little knee pads to put on your fingers.
Have these evolved since I've been like super small? Because I've seen them like before. Like, is it still the same old?
The one I saw was like Nike Bauer. It was legit. How much? It was only like $25. And it came with a mini
I'm
stick.
skeptical.
It came with the mini pads, a mini stick, a mini puck, and a net. That's pretty cool. You can do shootout mode against your friends.
Okay. I might just wait for Cyber Monday. Honestly, why does anyone go to Black Friday? Like, I mean, really, like, because Cyber Monday is the same thing, is it not?
All the deals are on Cyber Monday usually.
I mean, are they not
It's the culture of it, Steve.
When can you trample someone and not get in trouble?
Exactly.
It is the
Black Friday,
What if I was the kid getting?
It's like the
trampled?
purge for American. Like it really is.
Cinco
Like
de
Black Friday.
Mayo, and 4th of July. That's the only times.
Yeah. It's like the Thunderdome, but inside of a Walmart. Instead of like a super awesome stadium.
And that's a perfect segue to Johnny's got a great story on how sometimes it's better to make your gift than to buy your gift.
So, Bubba, do you remember when we were in middle school? We basically were slave laborers for a wood shop.
I do remember those days.
Now, if I recall, someone might correct us, but we made snowmen for our woodshop class that we then sold to fellow students and teachers, right?
we were forced to put out a quantity a day. Like there was a limit we had to hit.
Like a quota?
Yeah, there was a quota for how many snowmen had to be produced that day.
I got held from that class. Like, I'm supposed to be going to English. The bell has rung. But we're like, oh, we got to finish these up. So, like, I just stay working on these snowmen before I went and learned how to read.
We all had our stations, and we were forced to be pretty good at them, and we produced a lot of snowmen.
Like, did anyone slack off?
No, you couldn't.
You couldn't. It was straight up like
If you like just didn't show up or you were kind of slacking, like what was gonna happen?
You failed the class.
Yeah, that was your grade.
Yeah, you had an efficiency grade.
Wow.
So we made these snowmen, and they sold them at the school. We were talking about this the other day. We don't know where that money went because we never had a class trip or anything. Like, we never had a day where they're like, oh, we won't do schoolwork. We'll buy everybody pizza. They never used that money for us, I'm pretty sure.
They didn't get like newer equipment or anything?
These snowmen probably cost $1.50 to make, and they were selling them for like $30-$35 a pop because the students made them, quote unquote.
Can we say teachers' names in here? Like, Miss Conley was like excited every time they like came around.
Yeah, like the snowmen showed up like a little like soggy from the tears and sweat that the students put into them.
But they put a nice veneer over it, so just lock those in.
Yeah, they said it was from the snowmen that melted.
No
on them.
parents ever like emailed them, said, hey, like where'd this money go? Like what's going on with this?
No, because I never questioned it till now. Like, I never thought about, hey, we sold this stuff. We never got any money from it.
What are the chances you guys were just huge brats and this was a character building?
Because it was like a whole class. Like, it wasn't just us. There was like, what, you would say like 20 of us?
There's probably 20 of us like knocking these out one after another.
And we have no idea where this money went. Because we sold a lot of them too.
Yeah. There was like, we had to make them, and then we had order forms to go and sell them.
Yeah, it was like an official order. Like, when you would have the t-shirt order forms for like when your team went to sectionals
Yeah,
or
right,
anything?
yeah.
We had official
We used
order
to have to
forms.
sell cheese and sausage.
Yeah, we had like an official order form for these snowmen. And I don't think we ever saw any teacher wants to get on here and defend themselves. You're more than welcome to. But I'm pretty sure all the teachers just took the money and like divvied it up and partied the day after they graded all the papers.
I kind of want to get one of these to support NJSP class of 2013.
You don't support them.
No, it doesn't go to us.
Yeah.
That's what we're saying.
What if it actually did go to your guys' like graduation, like however many years later?
They
or
would
something?
not hold on to it for 6 years.
Yeah, you're right. Their budgeting was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We can't even afford to keep a full middle school open. You think we can afford to hold on to something for 6 years? The best part of making all these snowmen is I saw my first real injury at school, and it was Bubba.
It was the teacher's first injury he saw too. And I actually found the one loophole.
So we're having to cut these wood planks into circles on a bandsaw, which cuts straight. So you have to like work it around a lot. And we're in the workshop.
Is that the same workshop that they found those copperhead snakes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
These conditions are very unsafe.
there's copperhead snakes in this workshop, and we're over here cutting circles on a bandsaw at age like 14. Like, they should not be trusting us the way they did. But on this day, Bubba saw clearly how to get out of work. Bubba, would you like to explain what happened?
Absolutely. So as Matt was saying, we had to cut circles with a bandsaw, which if anyone knows me, I'm not a handy guy. I don't work on my car. I don't do much with my hands. And so he puts me on the bandsaw, which is, why can't I paint them white? Just give me an easy job. So I'm cutting these circles, and I'm just kind of piecing it apart. And then all of a sudden my hand slips, and I just hear, "Ee!" And I look at my hand, and my finger is just split in half. And I guess it was shock because I didn't feel any pain. But then I just walk over, just like casually, to the teacher with his blood just pouring off my hand. And I say, I have to go to the nurse. And he looks at me, and he's just like blown away because I'm his first injury. And he's like, just go. Do you need someone to walk with you? And then I say no because, I had to tough him up. So I walk to the nurse's office, and she seriously has already prepared a cold frozen sponge in a bag. My finger's split in half. Like, I need help. And she has a cold sponge in a plastic bag for me and Band-Aids. and she goes, "Let me bandage you up." This lady puts a Band-Aid around my finger that's split in half, which later on the doctor's gonna have to rip that off to give me stitches. So I'm seriously sitting there with Band-Aids on and a cold sponge, hoping that it just glues back together. And then my mom comes in and realizes that I shouldn't have Band-Aids wrapped around a split open finger. I need to go to the doctor. So then I go to the doctor, and he has to rip off those Band-Aids, which rips my finger even more. And then I got stitches.
So I need some background on this. How old were you?
14.
Yeah, we're like 14.
8th,
So-
7th, 8th grade.
Yeah.
So I didn't know you back then, but was this like long-haired 80-pound Bubba?
No, that was 5th grade.
Yeah. He had short hair.
This was
but
90-pound medium-haired Bubba.
Yeah.
Well,
90-pound
we
medium.
decided
I was grown.
He gained 10 pounds every year for every school year,
Right.
but you probably maxed out at 90.
Yeah.
But the best part is the teacher's reaction to Bubba cutting his finger when he goes up to him. He just goes, "What the frick, Bubba?" And he says "frick," which is hilarious.
He was the kind of guy to get mad when he got hurt.
Yeah. Like, he was mad that Bubba cut
He was
himself.
upset. Yeah.
Yeah.
He was disappointed.
I ruined his perfect record.
Because I had the second finger cutting in that class. Later on, this is in high school, in the same workshop. We were making pens, and I'm talking to this kid as he's working it. I'm like, "Oh, hey, you shouldn't push it through like that. You should use the stick to push it through when it gets close to the end." He's like, "Oh, okay."
Oh, on the table saw?
Yeah, on the table.
Okay,
saw.
yeah.
And as I'm telling him, "Hey, you should do this," he goes, "Oh, okay." And as he says that, it takes the wood and puts his hand right into it. Cuts his finger, and he just looks at me, grabs his hand, looks around, and then just leaves. Doesn't say anything to the teacher. He just bolts out. And then they're asking me, "Hey, what happened?" I was like, "Do we got a blood kit? There's blood on here." And they're like, "Are you serious?" Like this different teacher, but it's he's like, "Oh, is he okay? Where did he go?" Freaking out. And I was like, "Yeah, I don't know. He just left." And that kid didn't come back for a week.
Funny coincidence. I actually had to teach workshop safety to kids in alternative high school for a semester.
Did they give you a pamphlet to tell them, or did you have to go off what you
No,
knew?
I had to go online, find stuff, material, and then make them sign it before they could use big scary saws.
Dang.
Yeah.
Where-
Never
What
had
is
any
it?
injuries
Yeah,
though.
An
So
alternative high school?
yeah,
What does
yeah.
that mean?
It's the kids that get kicked out of regular high school.
or leave on their own will. I mean,
Got it. Okay.
but most of the time it's what he said.
Okay.
But I want to know, where in that informational packet did it tell you to put a cold sponge on it?
That was literally
Is
the
that-
worst time of my life.
Was it clot faster or something?
That is the cure-all in every high school injury or middle school injury.
Elementary, anything. I got my teeth knocked out, and they gave me a cold sponge.
When Hayjack ran into the pole and they had to glue his forehead back together, they gave him a cold sponge.
Yeah.
That's something that would happen to him.
Yeah, we were playing football at practice on picture day.
Oh, nice. Before
At
or after
recess, not
pictures?
practice.
Yeah, we were playing football. Yeah, we were playing football at recess, and he goes for a little post route and runs right into the wooden volleyball pole.
So it was a post route, literally. Yeah.
Literally, he
okay.
ran the perfect post route into the post and busted open his head and got it glued.
I had a retainer when I was about 3rd grade, and I cut my mouth, so I just went to the nurse. No big deal, just a little blood. Yeah, you guessed it, a sponge. Yeah, cut down the swelling apparently. Yeah.
Yeah.
I collided with someone sliding across the ice at recess once and slammed my face into the ground, and my tooth went through my face, and I got to leave school for the day.
Did you get a sponge?
Did you get a sponge?
No. I
Not a real
actually
injury.
they took I had to go to the hospital.
Not a real
But
story.
they didn't
would've
give me
given you a
stitches.
sponge.
Yeah, they gave me a sponge.
One time, this was 5th grade at recess. We were playing soccer, and I went to kick the soccer ball, but I'm not good at soccer, and I ended up squaring a person square in the genitals, dropped him.
You ended up
You
squaring.
do that to me every time you see me.
I'm talking full force, because I went to rock the ball to clear it,
You rocked the balls.
but I
for
rocked
sure.
the balls, and no joke, the cure was they gave them a frozen sponge to hold onto their genitals, and they wouldn't let me play soccer until that kid came back. I was pissed.
Once he came back to let you play,
Yeah, once he came back to let me play,
to,
but they
to
would
injure him again or something. It's
Yeah.
like they said you can't play until he plays who is your enemy now.
Yeah.
When I was a
not
freshman, a senior who was like our aide in gym class, he was like the best pitcher in baseball, and
History,
he
it was Randy Johnson.
exactly smoked me like point blank in the balls at the dodgeball, and I just like it hit me, and I just like looked over at the gym teacher, and he just went, "Go to the locker room." and I was just like, okay, and I went up there and checked it out, and instantly bruised. Like, my sack was bruised.
Like your sack was like bigger than normal.
No, it
Like
wasn't
swell?
swollen,
Oh, okay.
but it like bruised
Purple.
it.
So it's
Like
purple.
yeah, like it. Purple's weird. Like
Well, it's
purple
bruised.
balls
What is it?
is
What
weird.
happened to it?
Like an avocado.
Like kind of brown. I'm colorblind. What the color's a bruise?
Purple.
Blue and purple.
No, it's not. It's like
purple.
yellow.
A bruise is
Blue,
It's
black,
brown
purple.
and yellow.
Like
Yeah.
it's not.
It's multicolored.
So you know when they say you turn black and blue?
Yeah, I get that.
The
Yeah, I
mixture
know
of
it
that is
does.
purple.
Okay, I lose. Fine.
I mean, what did it turn green? Like
Teach you to be
brown? Like,
colorblind.
Well, you know, like
Bruises go
like an early bruise, not like a severe one.
Bruises go from black and blue to that purplish color to like yellow and
Yellow.
purple.
I have seen some weird like skin tones turn like greenish.
That's kind of what I'm talking.
I kind of think I know what you're talking about.
green nuts.
It's like green and like brown in the middle.
They were festive.
And it wasn't even Christmas time.
What do we got going on next, Matt?
We have a real issue going on in our town,
Poltergeist. Third
Oh.
one.
other than Ghost.
The upside down, the shadow monster.
We have a new restaurant coming, and they are serving, get this, burgers, pizza, and Italian beef.
Oh my.
Dun, dun, dun.
If anyone has ever gone to North Judson, you will know we have 5 restaurants, maybe 5 or 6,
Yeah.
and all we serve is burgers, pizza, and Italian beef.
And anything like deep fried mini tacos or anything weird like that.
Yeah, anything you can get into a frozen bag that you can just throw in a fryer.
From Gordon's Food Service.
yeah,
Yeah.
from GFS is what we serve. There's no diversity here. And someone thought, hey, let's start up a new restaurant. Let's be different. Let's serve Italian beefs, burgers, and pizza. They changed the order.
It's honestly unreal, like how undiversified they are.
Like, how can you live somewhere and think, you know what this town needs? The exact same restaurant, just with a different name.
But it's funny because like their menus are all exactly the same, but it's completely different.
Well, the quality is different.
Yeah, or even I don't know everything about it. The environment, kind of.
Because some of these places allow you to, like, or I don't know if they allow you to smoke anymore.
Yeah.
Dude, some of these bars allow you to inject. I mean,
Yeah. Some of these bars here have full on meth corners. Like, you order your Italian beef, pizza, or burger, and then like you just go to the jukebox, type in F7, and a little baggie of meth pops out.
they got a different corner for each drug. It's
Yeah.
great.
This new restaurant is coming, and it's gonna be the exact same food we have. Some people are gonna say, "Oh, it's the best one." Like, I understand why we would come here, but it's still the same thing. Like, someone needs to diversify their portfolio and think maybe we have a hot dog place.
I think we're gonna start that. A hot dog place would make millions.
We're already Red Rocket Radio.
Hot dog costs $1. You
Red
sell it
Rocket-
for 25.
I don't think we can sell $25.
We actually
hot
had
dogs.
that restaurant in town at one point. The $25 hot dogs and like $30 burgers.
Oh yeah.
So the issue with that was it was a plain hot dog.
And it's not there anymore.
No, they are gone. But we don't need the burgers anymore. We don't need pizza. Like,
Oh
We're
yeah,
50
we're good on pizza for sure.
we have Wooden Nickel. We're gonna name drop everybody. We have Wooden Nickel, Brantwood. Does Brantwood have pizza?
Yeah.
Yeah.
they do.
Imagine
yeah,
they do.
they have
Yeah.
fire chili too.
Ooh. We have Nickel,
Irish pub.
Brentwood, Irish Pub.
They don't sell pizza.
Yeah. Is there Irish pizza?
No. No, but there's not
Nothing on that menu is Irish other than like
Yeah,
cabbage.
yeah.
Irish nachos.
Yeah, they have Irish
Bing
nachos.
bong.
Okay, you can get Irish nachos at every restaurant in North Judson.
You can't.
No, you can't because it wouldn't be Irish, obviously. Let's start this list over. Nickel,
Yeah.
Brantwood,
Yep.
maybe the Irish pub.
We'll count it.
We'll count it. Did I say Brantwood?
Yeah.
Fuck. Route 10.
Has
Twice
two.
as nice.
Route 10 has two pieces of pizza inside of it. There's Pizza King and there's Route 10 pizza, which if you get the pepperoni Pizza King pizza, you are a serial killer. You cannot be trusted, and you know exactly who I'm talking about right now. I'm looking at you, Kerrigan.
Name drop.
Name drop. She ordered pepperoni Pizza King pizza, and it was the grossest thing I've ever had in my entire life. I was so upset that I went and got pizza from another place in town, the Family Express, who has pizza by the slice.
And it's good.
It's the only place that is slightly diversified because instead of buying a whole pizza, you can get it by the slice. That's the only difference. But guys, in our town, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 6 different pizza places. We have the Nickel, Brantwood, Route 10 twice because it has Pizza King inside of it, Family Express, and Pizza Express.
Are we looking for a victor?
And this new place decided to put pizza in there. Like, why would you think a 7th pizza place for a place that has less than 2,000 people in its population is a good idea?
Are you talking about the new place like at the
Oh,
point?
wait a minute. I've got it. They also have burgers.
Yep, there it is. They also have burgers, which, by the way, we have Burger King. Route 10 has burgers. Brantwood has burgers. The Nickel has burgers. Irish Pub has burgers.
Pizza Express also has burgers.
Pizza Express also has
And,
burgers.
dude,
yeah.
Family Express does too.
Family
like
yeah, they have the same one. Yeah,
microwave ones. Yep.
microwavable ones. Yeah.
You guys are missing it all. They don't have Italian beef.
No, Steve, they do have.
No, I
Italian
know.
beef.
That's why I'm just very
Yeah.
angry.
Yeah, they're providing the food we have so much of. Why did they think this was a good idea? Because I saw a whole WKVI shout out will never be on your radio station. WKVI article about, oh, this new business is coming to North Judson and it's going to provide all this food and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, this is the same food we already have. That's
Yeah.
like my house is flooded and then you're like, hey, dude, here's this gallon of water. And you throw it at me.
I mean, is it drinking water? Because you might need
No,
that.
it's distilled.
Ooh.
That's not
So,
good.
I mean, on the Italian beef subject, that's kind of a big debate in North Judson, I've learned. Like, when I moved here, like, everyone was like, no, this place has the best Italian beef. No, this place. What do you guys think? Which one's the best?
I think we need to settle the debate.
That's a
I
great
think we need
idea.
to, too.
So we'll do a Twitter poll on what you guys think is the best, but I think we should do a blind taste test.
Should we put up, like, pictures? Like, do the poll, like, a picture? I mean, they're just going in this blind, right?
Yeah,
Do you want pictures? Or?
We're going to go in it blind. We'll post pictures of each one, be like, hey, which one do you think looks the best? And then we'll do a blind taste test.
I like the way this is cooking.
Should we share what we think our results are going to be, just assuming? Like, I think I know which one's my favorite, but you never know. Like,
I know which one's my favorite just based off of the value of it.
do we say it?
Yeah, mine's Route 10 every time.
Yeah, I'm with you on
Route
that.
10.
Yeah, those pepperoncinis.
Have you guys ever had Brantwoods, though?
So here's the
No,
thing.
I haven't. That's
It's
the glory of it.
famous.
The world famous
They do have it on their sign.
No,
Yeah.
it's seriously unreal.
They have a banner that says world famous Italian beef. I have had that Italian beef maybe once, twice, tops, because that place is gross to go into. And I kind of hate if you have a banner that says world's best, because I imagine you're trying to overcompensate for it.
World's best cup of coffee.
Yeah, it's a shitty cup of coffee. I learned that in the movie Elf.
Yeah, right.
I say we do a blind taste test. We get Brantwood, we get Wood Nickel, we get Route 10. We try all three. Don't know which is which. We'll have someone set it up to where we have try A, B, and C. We don't know which is which, and we decide which one's the best. I mean, I think that's the only way we can do it.
To the moon.
To the moon.
To the moon. That's how we decide things.
Okay. I'll get it next time.
Yep. But
Next time.
what do you think? So we all think Route 10's going to win, right?
No, Brantwood.
You think Brantwood's going to win?
It's world famous, bro.
So I like it. I like Route 10s because it's $11 for the whole, and that whole sandwich is 2 sandwiches.
Are we are we putting together price negotiations in this? Or
No,
are we
I'm
just
d-
going by the best taste?
We're going best taste, but
Okay.
we're leading into, like, we'll give the different price points and everything as well. But I think the $11 Italian beef is so good because you get two you eat the one sandwich, which is $8, by the way, if you get the half. So you're
It's a way better deal.
yeah, you're foolish not to upgrade to the whole. You get the whole. You eat one sandwich, half of your fries. You take the rest to work the next day. Put it in the toaster oven. That way the bread gets all toasty again, and you get 2 meals for the price of $11.
You get cheese on yours?
Yeah, I get cheese.
You
on mine.
have to. If
Okay.
you
Yeah.
don't,
So
I can't associate
for,
with you.
For the taste test, we have to get it has to be the same. So are we going no cheese just because I don't want that different variable?
No, I think that it's like I think you have to get cheese if
Yeah,
we're doing like the ultimate taste
Can
test.
we just put on our own cheese and have it be the same cheese so it's the same?
No, it's gotta be-
I prefer
no.
it be theirs. I like where you're going with that, but I prefer it be them.
Well, your problem is the variable. So
Yeah.
that's a control now.
But that's their Italian
Yeah, but
sandwich.
that's-
their,
Yeah,
that's
I think
their
we just go
same
total
make.
sandwich the way
so
they
we're
serve
just,
it.
So we're just gonna go no cheese on all of them.
No, there's going to be whatever they put on them.
No, it's
That's-
whatever cheese we order that they put on when you
Oh,
order.
Okay,
cheese.
so we just go the deluxe version of every Italian beef.
And you have to take a bite of a pepperoni with every one because that's part of it too.
Naturally.
yeah, which is going to be dangerous blindfolded, by the way.
It's gonna squirt far.
But yeah, I think that's what we have to do, guys, and we can upload it to our new YouTube page,
Shut up.
Red Rocket Radio. Make sure you guys have subscribed to that.
And we're on iTunes now. Big news.
We are officially on iTunes. This is dropping on Thursday, so we will officially be on iTunes. That's huge for us.
And we also got some other things in the workshop. We'll keep you posted. Don't worry.
But we, as of today, we are officially on SoundCloud, Stitcher, and iTunes.
And more to come.
More to come too, guys. Working on some other stuff. We got a YouTube page, and we're blowing up. We got a Facebook. We got 2 5-star reviews on Facebook, by the way.
Really?
No
Yeah.
way.
We have 2 5-star reviews on Facebook.
I don't know if I would give us 5 stars.
We are the RVD of. By the way, callback. We are the RVD of podcast.
Yeah, how many times are you going to name drop him
5
until
star.
people know who he is?
Can we just talk about one of the first times Matt told people to subscribe to Red Rocket Radio on Twitter, and it almost got us in a fight
Multiple
outside
fights.
of a party?
I get into
Oh,
almost
yeah.
a lot of fights all the time. So we actually have a couple of stories where Drew has saved me. Since we have him on the podcast, so we can talk about these.
Uh-oh.
The first one was a night where I finally got my maroon leather jacket back. And I decided it was the perfect time to wear this. So Drew comes over. We're pre-gaming at my house,
Gosh.
sipping on some Jameson.
Sipping is an understatement.
I was drinking full cups of Jameson very quickly, listening to nothing but WCW theme songs. The Wolfpack is Back is my favorite song. The Red NWO, specifically the Red NWO, their theme song is my favorite.
How's it go again?
It's like dun dun tss, dun dun dun.
Okay,
tss,
that oddly rings a bell.
dun,
Thank you.
dun, dun, tss. The Wolfpack is back. It's awesome.
So I do remember this night pretty well, and I remember that it went way beyond pre-gaming. Did we ever end up where we were pre-gaming for?
We were supposed to go all the way to Valpo, which, to those who don't know, is about a half-hour drive. However, we only made it across the street.
Yes, that's right.
So,
And where was that to?
Route 10 Bar and Grill.
Did you get the Italian beef?
No, it was too late for food. But when we're pre-gaming, I got to the point where I was like so amped up from this like wrestling theme song stuff, and like I'm just loving life. I'm like punching the floor.
Rash Knucks.
Yeah,
Bad.
my knuckles were swollen for the next like 2 weeks because I was punching my floor really hard. I was so amped up.
And it's like this really coarse carpet too, so it just like straight up shredded his skin.
Corduroy carpet.
Yeah.
In my room. So we end up going to Route 10, and I find one of their placemats that they set down, and I ask Kyle for a pen. He thinks I'm cashing out because I'm really drunk. I was just getting started. I grab this pen, and I start doing shout out to friend of the show, Chris Jericho.
Good friend.
Good friend of the
Long
show,
time.
Chris Jericho.
Dude, last weekend was pretty wild with him.
He is. So he was doing a thing at the time on the WWE Network called the List of Jericho. If you didn't do something that he liked, you just made the list. So I was going around anytime someone did something to me, didn't matter what it was. Like, there was one guy in a flannel that came up to me and he was like, dude, that's a nice jacket. I'm like, you know what happens when you, because I was telling a story when he said, I was like, you know what happens when you cut me off when I'm telling a story? And I click the pen and I go, you just made the list. And I did that to everybody. And
I know where you're going with this. I didn't for a long time.
I am scribbling on this placemat like a guy in flannel. Like, I don't know these people's names at this point because
I think they're going straight up on like a kill list.
Yeah.
People started getting weird about it.
They
too.
did.
I remember. Yeah.
So there was a couple, like the first couple people I was doing it to were friends, okay? But then I got to the point where I didn't care. If you did something, you were making the list. And I'm like, I decided to go to the bathroom. And Drew goes with me because for safety reasons at this point. So I go to the bathroom and I'm just peeing. And this guy's standing a little too close behind Drew for my comfort. And I look at him, I'm like, you know what happens when you stand too close to my friend? Click, click. You just made the list. And I'm still peeing, by the way. And I'm writing on this paper, like holding paper with one hand, pen in the other, writing. And this guy's like, what's that? A list of gay people you want to have sex with? And I'm like, wouldn't you like to find out? And Drew's like, Matt, stop. And I'm like, oh, yeah, well, what are you going to do? And like Drew knew if this fight broke out, I was going to be useless. I was just going to try to RKO somebody or something, which isn't helpful in a fight.
Also, Matt, his pants are unbuckled and everything's out. He's still peeing, like turning around, like talking crap to this dude. And I'm the one like standing with the dude. Like I'm gonna get knocked out first.
Drew is getting hit first in this scenario, so Drew has to get me out of there. And the list carried on forever. And looking back, like that dude was definitely in the wrong, and we should have beat him up.
Was he a big dude? Like, could you have beat him up?
No, he wasn't even a big dude. He was just like a straight up like.
You know how like those kind of guys get when they drunk.
Yeah,
when they get drunk, they get like super.
That's actually when they drunk.
They get like super strength when they drink.
Yeah,
and then like
hey,
it don't matter.
What are you doing now, man? Like,
and then Matt and I just have like nice like suave hair.
Yeah,
and we're just like we like whiskey, and then this dude just obliterates us.
I don't want to drink beer. I don't mess.
How'd you get out
that.
then? I mean, what happened? Did you like just roll up his pants for him or what?
No, Drew just pulled me out. He was like, we gotta go. I kept the list. I thought I lost it. Kept the list. Kept going the whole night. People loved it.
Oh, wait, they loved it. I thought they were getting weird about it.
Oh no, everyone hated it. Everyone hated the list. It was great.
I think we need to bring it back.
Yeah, the list of Matt was awesome because no one was safe. Everyone made the list. I punched the table one time. That's when I realized my hand was like actually hurt. I punched the table one time and knocked over my own drink and put everybody on the table, like that was on the table. I put all of them on the list for spilling my drink.
Very nice.
Yeah.
I remember how this night ended. We were all hanging out having a good time, and I was talking to Matt, and then I turned around, and when I looked back to find Matt, he was gone. He had decided that he went too far, and he just walked home and went to bed without saying anything.
He finally made his own list.
That's honestly a classic Matt move. I think probably 30% of the time I hang out with Matt, he just
Disappears.
disappears.
Yeah, you always hurt my feelings, but
Yeah.
it's fine.
You deserve it though.
Really? Okay.
You do.
I feel like I'm a pretty good friend, but that's fine. I'll be that guy.
Debatable. So, I always know when I get and when I get to that point, I always look at our favorite bartender, fan of the show, Kyle. He actually
Name
is a fan.
drop.
Yeah, he actually is a
Lou
fan of the show.
Dog.
Yeah, Kyle Lou. And I will look at him like, Kyle, I gotta go home. He won't question anything. He'll take my card, swipe me out. I ask him what the tip is, and I put it on there, and I go. It's a good time, and I don't say.
Yeah, wait,
How
you
much does he
asked
say
him
the
what the
tip
tip is?
Yeah, so my rule is usually $1 a drink, and
Okay.
I'll ask him like, how many I have, and then like if he's like, oh, like if you had like $6 it is. Doesn't matter what the total is. Like I just go $1 a drink.
All right. If he doesn't give you any shoddy looks and you go there along.
Yeah, it's a good because then you also know to limit yourself because you're not gonna take 10 drinks if you're paying like a bucket tip.
Well, you're a mixed drink guy too, so the ratios, they're better than buying a beer.
Yeah, if you're buying a beer and you do $1 a drink, you are losing money hard.
You're not financially stable.
No.
Fiscally responsible, I should
That is
say.
true though, because like when you're paying cash at a bar, like it's just habit that you just like always leave $1 every time they bring you a drink.
Yep.
Yeah, paying with cash like physically hurts me more too.
It does. I hate it.
When you pay with cash, you're just like, damn, I'm just seeing all my funds go away.
Yeah. Exactly.
No funds, no fun.
I say we wrap this up. Let everyone enjoy their Thanksgiving. Any advice to get through the day, guys? Steve?
Take out a second mortgage, put it all on Dak Prescott Thursday, and if there's pineapple and ham, try pineapple and turkey. You're welcome.
That's beautiful advice, Steven.
Thank you.
Drew, any advice for this beautiful Thanksgiving?
If you're gonna hunt turkey in April, it's better off to use a gun than a motorcycle.
That's solid advice. Bubba.
If you're planning on having more than 5 kids, stock your freezer with frozen sponges. Because they're going to need them.
Frozen sponges are
Sponge
the
eye?
cure-all. Frozen sponge eye.
Yeah, I think it's sponge eye.
Everyone have a safe Thanksgiving. Make sure no one blows up their house. And try not to get murdered on Black Friday.